sharing my dad's petty revenge trick. So I live in this apartment complex where everyone shares this little garden area in the middle of all the buildings. It's actually pretty nice, with these hedges and some flowers that the landlord pays to maintain. Last Tuesday, I'm walking to my car when I see this woman in a white SUV just sitting there in the parking lot. She's on her phone, probably waiting for someone. Then she does something that makes my blood boil. She opens her door and just dumps this McDonald's bag right into our hedge. Not near a trash can, not accidentally. Just straight up throws her garbage into our garden like it's her personal dumpster. I'm standing there like, did this lady seriously just litter right in front of me? So I wait for her to drive off. Then I go over and pick up her trash. It's got her receipt inside, half-eaten fries, the whole nasty mess. I figure, okay, maybe she just didn't see the trash cans. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. So I take the bag and put it on her windshield, then lift up her wipers to hold it in place, like a little reminder that, hey, you dropped this. The next morning, I'm heading to work and I see her car pulling out of the parking lot. But guess what? The McDonald's bag is just sitting there on the asphalt where her car was parked. She literally just drove off and left it there again. Now I'm actually mad. This wasn't an accident. This lady just doesn't care about anyone else. So I pick up the trash again and take it inside my apartment. A few days later, I see the white SUV again, same spot, and I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do here? I can't exactly confront her because I don't even know which apartment she lives in. That's when I call my dad. Now, my dad is the king of petty revenge. Like, this man once followed some jerk who cut in front of an elderly lady at a gas station just so he could let the air out of all 4 tires in the parking lot. So I tell him the whole story and ask for advice. Dad goes quiet for a minute, then he starts laughing. He goes, oh, I've got the perfect thing for this. It won't damage her car, but she's going to be so annoyed. He tells me to go buy the biggest zip ties I can find. Then, when I see her car again, lift both windshield wipers up and zip tie them together as tight as possible. I'm like, that's it? That seems too simple. Dad goes, trust me, she's going to have to go all the way back to her apartment to get scissors. She'll probably be late for work. And every time she looks at those wipers, she'll remember not to mess with people's property. So the next time I see her car, I execute the plan. I've got these huge industrial zip ties from Home Depot. I lift up both wipers and tie them together so tight that there's no way she's pulling them apart by hand. Then I tape the McDonald's bag to her windshield with a note that says, you dropped this in our garden. Next time I find your trash here, I won't be so nice. About an hour later, I hear this frustrated yelling coming from the parking lot. I look out my window, and there she is, pulling on those wipers with both hands. She tries for like 5 minutes before she gives up and storms back toward the buildings. She comes back 20 minutes later with scissors, and it takes her another 10 minutes to cut through those zip ties because I made them so tight. The best part? I shared this trick with my friend Mike, who had problems with someone parking in his reserved spot. He zip tied their wipers and left a note saying the spot was reserved. Never had the problem again. Another friend used it on her neighbor who kept letting their dog poop on her lawn. One zip tie session and suddenly they started walking their dog somewhere else. I never saw that white SUV litter in our garden again.